Hello, hello, hello. How we doing, everybody? We having a good time out there? We having good? We doing all right? We having fun? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. What are we cooking today? We are making, I guess, my Google heard me. We're making ground beef croquettes, sort of. It's the closest thing that I can think of for what we're doing. But it's gonna be good. We gotta make some mashed potatoes, and we gotta cook some ground beef, and then we gotta mold those things into the shapes that we want, and then we gotta deep fry it. That's more or less how this is gonna go. Control Alt Harley Mouse. My daughter says you look like David Tennant. I could see that. I don't think it's a great comparison, but I could see it for sure. Sounds healthy. What's not healthy in it? Mashed potatoes have nutrients. Ground beef has a lot of protein. We're adding some egg. There's more protein in that. We're gonna cook up some onion and garlic to go in it. We got some veggies. I'll probably do a side dish. A side dish. I think I got like a can of green beans maybe. But somebody said that sounds healthy, and I know they said it sarcastically, but tell me, does the food you're eating somehow lose all of its good benefits just because you're making it taste better? You know what's unhealthy? Not wanting to eat food. Developing an unhealthy relationship with food is way more unhealthy than mashed potatoes and ground beef. Think about that. What is my shirt? Fishnets. It's fishnets. Anyway, first thing we gotta do is we gotta make the mashed potatoes. So we're gonna peel the potatoes and then chop them up and toss them in the pot. Bringing my trash can over here so I don't have to move. I got my chopping board right here, so I don't gotta move. Cheese makes everything better. Yeah, why not? We'll have some shredded cheese in there. Here's my good peeler. Make sure it's clean. Make sure my hands are clean. OMG, that's a croquette. It's like a hush puppy. Yeah, more or less. How do you make your potatoes smooth? Cream, milk, or the broke way? Mayo. Mayo's the broke way? I think mayo is the most expensive option because you just always have to have milk and you always got to have butter on you. So butter and milk is the broke way. And in that sense, yeah, I make it the broke way. All right, let's peel these potatoes. Judging by how these potatoes feel, this is probably the last day they're gonna be good anyway, so. They're getting just a little squishy, but you peel off the skin, you can get rid of all the bad spots. Potato. Doodle! What are you doing on my TikTok chat, Doodle? Also, how are you, Doodle? I hope you're doing good. How's it? It's good. I had a good day. I went to my psychiatrist. I told her I'm happy. She believed me a little bit. I gotta go pick up my medicine later this week. My buddy was doing a play test for a game he's making, so I got to help him do that. And now we're cooking pho. I dropped my potatoes. I dropped the potato. Dropped the potato into the trash can. Worst day ever. And to think I was having such a good day before that. It all just comes crashing down. Doesn't matter how good your day is, if you drop a potato in the trash can, your day's going bad. I'm having a bad day. I was having a good day and I dropped a potato in the trash can. This is the worst. Quick, somebody break out the world's smallest violin. All potatoes are worth saving, but not all trash cans are worth diving into, especially if you were gonna make it into dinner. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel. Of that I'm sure. Fucking potato ass potato. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. What, just because you drop one potato in the trash can while you're peeling potatoes? Just because you drop one potato and it doesn't mean that makes your whole day bad? Come on. I'm doing fine. It was just a potato. And that potato was all fucked up. So we'd have to cut out like half the potato to make that potato good. We have 3 potatoes. God, that 4th potato would have been so fucking good. Oh! It was a big potato too. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for the follow, ADHD Coyote and Salty Nug 98. That potato wasn't the root of the problem. Go home. Go home. I guess we can get a smaller pot now. We're gonna make it work. We're... Three medium small potatoes is what we have. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw a potato. Of that, I'm sure. I don't know how many this is gonna make. I don't know how many people this is gonna feed anymore. I don't know. Do you have potato flakes to help beef up the thickness? No, I don't have potato flakes. Why would I have potato flakes? Just in case a problem happens? Come on! There's not gonna be any problems! Why would you prepare for the worst when you know that bad things aren't gonna happen? That's inviting bad in. You can't do that. As soon as you start prepping for bad, bad happens. You had a bad day. You sang a sad song. It's fine. I don't know why you guys keep thinking that I'm not fine. You guys are over there in chat. I can hear you. I can hear you mumbling. I can hear you talking. I can hear you. I can hear it. You just talk. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Knife time. It's literally fine. Worse things have happened to better people. Bless you, thank you. It's okay. We got potatoes in the pot. Cold water. Also in the pot. We're gonna turn this up to boiling. I'm gonna salt it. Yum! Yummy! I'm gonna grab your favorite cast iron skillet because you've got to work out today. And the way that you work out when you don't work out that day is by waving around a 9-pound pan. Okay. I'm gonna chop an onion. In half. And just because I think it's easier, I'm gonna chop it in half again. Skin off. Brain blast. How's everyone else doing today? What'd you guys do today? Tell me about your day, huh? What'd you all do today? Sick in bed with the flu? Sorry to hear that. Didn't look up the price of cyanide pills. Okay. Is that a thing that you do sometimes? Tuning in so I can witness any kitchen fire excitement? You're probably tuning into the wrong stream if you want a bad cook. I'm a great cook. Nothing ever goes wrong in my kitchen. Get off. Much like an onion, the suffering is layered. Very well said, Jay Sunshine. Very well said. Is this the proper way to chop an onion, you ask? Who knows? The proper way to chop an onion is whatever way you have to chop the onion for all the pieces to be about the same size and roughly the size that you want them to be. And more importantly, the proper way to chop an onion is any way that feels comfortable to you and doesn't hurt you. If you don't like chopping onions and you don't like crying because you're chopping onions, buy a slap chop. Buy a slap chop. If you're not old enough to know what a slap chop is, Google it. They still make them. They probably just don't call them that anymore. Okay. Onion chopped. We're gonna get some butter. Dr. Pepper, baby. butter, knife, about a tablespoon, roughly, a little bit of oil to keep the butter from burning. We're gonna turn that on to medium-high heat. And while that is approaching medium-high heat, we're gonna mince some garlic. How much garlic, you ask? Yup, all of it. Is that a Pokemon tattoo? It is. I have all 3 crocodilian Pokemon. Fuecoco, Sandile, and Totodile, and they're holding on to the tail of a Dragonite. Totodile has always been my favorite Pokemon, because he's the best. Come on, garlic. Take your jacket off. All right. The potatoes is boiling. I'm gonna set a timer for about 16 minutes. The butter is also melted basically, so we're gonna start this mince right here. Be careful while mincing garlic. Be careful while using a knife in general, but be careful while mincing garlic. Oh, we got a state accent redeemed. Ben, if you eat the entire stick of butter, it'd be funny, I promise. Louisiana or a Northeast state. It would not be funny if I ate the entire stick of butter, because that is my last stick of butter. Also, we're gonna go into some Louisiana. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop these onions in there, in our cast iron skillet. With the butter getting hot, the butter melted. It probably wasn't at temperature yet, but it's about there. It's starting to sizzle a bit. We're gonna continue to mince this garlic up because we want it nice and small. You don't want to be surprised by biting into a whole thing of garlic, you know what I'm saying? Man, just because garlic tastes good, smell good, don't mean biting into a thing of garlic gonna be good for you. Gonna catch you off guard. You ain't gonna like that. You know what? I'm now kind of realizing the whole Holy Trinity probably could have gone in here if I chopped up some carrots and celery, put that shit in there. That would have been nice. Maybe next time. I'm mostly fine by the seat of my pants here. I ain't never made this recipe before. I ain't never seen nobody make this recipe before. I was just thinking about what I had in the fridge earlier today. And this is what came out of it. This is what came out of it. Got a nice mince on this garlic here. That's minced enough. Tell you what. Alright. That garlic's nice and minced. The onion is sauteed. Get our wooden spoon. Make sure this onion don't burn, don't stick. No, nothing like that. Gonna take a few minutes here for the onion to get translucent, cook through. Then we're gonna throw in our garlic there for a minute or two. We just want the smell. We want the aromatic of it, you know. We don't want to cook the garlic. We don't want to burn the garlic. No, none of that. We just want it to have that smell, that garlic smell. The kind of smell to make everybody in the house come down and say, "What's cooking? Smell good." Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's garlic. While that's cooking, you're gonna get the next part ready. What we're doing now, we're getting our ground beef ready. We gotta make sure our ground beef is all malleable. Which means we gotta put a binder in there. We gotta get some egg. So we got a bowl here. Gotta mix out this onion. Shouldn't take too long now for the onion. I probably should have chopped the onion a bit finer, but that's fine. That's all right. I got a big mouth. Ain't no worry. Ain't no worry about that. Gonna drop a ground beef. Gotta drop a ground beef into this bowl here. We're gonna get some egg, which for the amount of ground beef we have, for the amount of mashed potatoes we're making, we probably only need one egg. Probably only need about one egg. Crack an egg in there. All right. We can move this over here. We can bring the bowl in here. Got ground beef, one egg. We gonna season it. Onion almost done. Oh, come on, man. Nope. I ain't got no breadcrumbs. God dang. You need to tell me somebody ate all my fucking breadcrumbs. Nope, they just put it back in the wrong place. They just put it back in the wrong place. That's it. We good. We good. We got some breadcrumbs. We back in business now. We back in business now. Alright. Got ground beef, we got egg. We got breadcrumbs. We're gonna drop the garlic in the pan with the onion. Chat, I wish you could smell it. We got onions and we got garlic cooking in the kitchen right now. We go season this ground beef here. We're gonna add some pepper. We're gonna add some salt. We got onion and garlic going in there. We're gonna add some paprika. Get a little bit, just a tiny little bit of a kick going on. Give it some red color too. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we got some just a little bit of turmeric. Yeah. That's the thing with seasons, y'all. If you didn't know, if you smell it and it smells good, add some. Where my cumin at? Ground cumin. And we're gonna drop some Italian seasonings in there. Because fuck it, why not? Them onions and garlic is done. The onion and garlic is done, but we want that to cool off a little bit. Hey, thanks for the follow, Science Archer. Thanks for the follow, Atlas Ebedine. Thanks for the follow, what's that say? Spelled Magician. Appreciate that. You got any chilies? I do got chilies, but we waiting because we're gonna make some birria. My roommate is Mexican and he asked for some birria. So I got some chilies, but we making birria with that. So I ain't putting the chilies in here. We just making some birria later. Do we want to put, nah, we're gonna put the cheese in with the potatoes. Okay, put the cheese in with the potatoes. Right. We got a few minutes left on the potatoes there. Gotta get a colander ready. Let's get a fork. Gonna check it at fork. I mean, the potatoes is fork tender already. I could probably just go with that. Since I'm doing a smaller pot, less potatoes, probably need to cook less time. Alright. Let's go with this. Woo! We can drop the heat off of that. I mean, still need a little bit of heat, but not much. Drop the heat all the way down there. We're gonna get a thing of milk. We still got our own milk here. Alright, potatoes back in the pot. Right. We're gonna add some milk. Now you should warm up the milk first so you don't burn it. But that's what you should do, not what I'm gonna do. Because it also takes more time. And, well, I don't want to spend time doing that. Where's my mash at? Alright. Gotta get your potato masher. Holy shit, Ben, didn't know you stream cooking. It's a new thing. I'm working on it. Alright. With the pot still over the heat, drop a couple tablespoons of butter in there. Little bit of milk in there. Mash them potatoes up. You want to make sure it's smooth and creamy as possible. That's pretty smooth and creamy. That's pretty smooth and creamy. We got garlic, onion. Here's the thing, right? This is gonna be the wrapping paper, basically. So you really ain't gonna season it all that much, but we're gonna put some salt, pepper, Italian seasons in there. Alright. So that's about done. We got some little follows. Latoya, thanks for the follow, Latoya Elsie and Hestia. Hestia? 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 I don't know how to pronounce your name, folks, but I gave it like 3 tries. If you want to try and correct me in the comments, Hestia. Alright. Why did you, Dan, and Ryan stop the podcast? Sorry if I explained it before. Dan lived in Utah, Ryan lived in Missouri, and I lived in Los Angeles. It was just hard. It was just hard to coordinate all that stuff. And I was the one doing like all the work on it. I was the one making sure that the podcast was scheduled, edited, clipped up, posted. All Ryan and Dan ever had to do was show up at the same time on the same day every single week. And even then, sometimes I couldn't do that. So I still love them to death, but it was a lot of work on my end. All right. So potatoes are done. We just wait for them to cool off. The onions and garlic is done. And this pan is hot as hell. I love me some cast iron, but damn, it's hot as hell. We're gonna drop this onion and garlic in here. Come on now. It's like an isometric workout. I don't know how much this cast iron weighs, but damn. Harder than hell to hold it up like that. Whew. Alright. So we got in a bowl here, we got ground beef, we got raw egg, we got seasonings, we got cooked onions, cooked garlic. We gonna mix all this up. I'm gonna use my hands. It's gonna be gross. I wish I had gloves. I don't. I might. Do I got gloves? I don't got gloves. So we're gonna make sure our hands are nice and clean, and we're gonna mix this up with our hands. We're gonna get a whatchamacallit, chopping board. Get our chopping board all ready to go. Cause we gonna shape this ground beef, right? We're gonna shape this ground beef into almost like sausage lengths. We don't want to be too thick, but we still want to make sure we got all the onion and the garlic in there, and we want to be able to have enough that we can cover every single roll in what little mashed potato we got. This is why I wanted to wait for the onion and the garlic to cool down, because I didn't want to burn my hands. Oh, we got a raid. Thanks for raiding in here, Fifth. How was your stream? I know you were playing Peak. You were doing some Elden Ring. How'd that go? You live? You die? You wonder why? Gang gang. Yeah. I'm gonna wash my hands because I got ground beef all over. Welcome in, Raiders, welcome in. We're making some ground beef croquettes. What is a ground beef croquette? That's a great question. I don't really know. Mostly we played Peak, and to be honest, it was real fun, but then our Elden Ring mod didn't work, so we played Drepo. You mean Repo? I ain't never heard of no Repo. Drepo. The ground beef was too moist. We add some more breadcrumbs. We just gotta make sure it's sticking together. We're using breadcrumbs like flour here, but they add a little bit of texture as well. Sausage with no casing. We're gonna use the mashed potatoes as a casing, as a deep fried casing. Almost, okay. This is why you keep one hand clean. Add a little bit of breadcrumb in there. Are you from Louisiana? No. I ain't from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana's cousin, Florida, the other swamp. But I love me some Cajun. I love me some Bayou culture. I love me some Bayou cooking. Bite-sized meatloaf. Kinda, yeah. We're making a bunch of bite-sized meatloaves, and then we're gonna wrap it in leftover mashed potatoes. We're gonna dip it in egg. We're gonna dip it in breadcrumb, and then we're gonna fry it. All right. So we got a nice consistency here. Let's grab about half of this. We got two big old meatballs here. Pocket shepherd's pie. Yeah. It's like a taquito, but for shepherd's pie. We're gonna roll out this ground beef into one long tube, taquito shaped at least. Once you do it right, if you get the right amount of egg and the right amount of breadcrumbs in there, it's just basically the same as working with dough. You roll it out, you make it thin, you stretch it, it's all the same. Damn, it smells good. The garlic smells good. God, I hope we got enough mashed potatoes for all this. If only we had one more potato. God dang it. All right. This is kind of what we're looking for. Cigar shape. I know some of y'all are gonna look at it and be like, that's a turd shape. And that's fine too. Whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm just kind of making this up as I go. So you can really put this in whatever shape you want. I just thought circular was gonna be a good one. Here's another one. I don't like this feeling on my hands. I wish that I had gloves to do this with. But it's fine. Donut shape would be wild, yeah. We just want them all to be about the same thickness so that they cook through about the same time. Did you design that kitchen? No. If based on your voice, it better be Cajun. I don't think it's Cajun. I'm making this up as I go. Ground beef croquettes. That are kind of like turd shaped almost. What's he making? Ground beef croquettes. If you don't know what a ground beef croquette is, that's fine, because I kind of made it up. Look up a croquette. Croquettes are normal. I didn't make that up. And I really didn't make up ground beef either. But the idea of making a ground beef croquette, I don't know if that's normal. I also don't even know if I'm making croquettes the right way, because I'm going to use mashed potatoes. I'm going to fry up some mashed potatoes as the casing. Are you want to stream it on Twitch too? I am. I'm over on Twitch. So if you want your chat to be read better, join me over on the purple one that rhymes with switch. Have you ever made these before? No. I ain't never made these before. I just kind of thought about earlier today what I had in my fridge, what I needed to cook with, what I had, what was going bad. And I knew I had some ground beef. I knew I had some potatoes. And I thought, what's the point of ground beef if you ain't gonna make it shaped all funny? So I was just thinking about how can I best use ground beef to the fullest of its abilities? What shape can I make this ground beef in to make it fun and exciting and new? Got a couple friends in the TikTok. Hi Corey, hi Cam, thanks for joining in. You're just watching me roll meat into turd shapes basically right now. not my finest thing to look at, but you got onion too. Yep, onion's already cooked. Onion's already in there. Big Mama Bear, since you're doing that fantastic Louisiana accent, you could say that these bad boys are shaped like boudin. Hey, that's a good idea. This is some boudin. Ben, you family? Listen now, I tell you like this. If you're gonna look at me, you're gonna hear what I'm saying. You're gonna know who I am. And you're gonna look at me and say, you family? We family. But if you're gonna test my blood, that shit come back negative. However, if you from where I think you from to ask me if we family, blood ain't never had nothing to do with it. Blood ain't never had nothing to do with it. I'm from a swamp. Tell you that right now. Benjamin, Samantha. Okay, we got just like one last little piece of ground beef here. Why do you have an accent? Because on Twitch, I got channel point redeems. People can spend 200 channel points and get me to do an accent for like a minute. And somebody paid for the Louisiana one. What did I just walk into? And also text me back someday. You walked in on me cooking dinner. It's just a weird looking dinner. And I'll text you back eventually. Sometimes I forget that I have a phone with text in it. Thanks for the follow, Charles V. Fee. That's a lie. Hey, I am being persecuted in the comments right now. Don't persecute me. I am alive. Double text me. That might work. Is it roast Ben time? No, it ain't roast Ben time. When you coming back to Tallahassee? Eventually. Thanks for the follow, Florida Paladin. I gotta wash my hands now. Look, if you text me while I'm sleeping, I ain't gonna see it when I wake up now. I don't be doing that. I don't look at my phone in the morning. If I look at my phone in the morning, I ain't leaving my bedroom. I gotta get out of my bedroom, then I can look at my phone. But by then, I got 100 missed calls from fake numbers telling me that my loan been approved or whatever the fuck. I ain't applied for no loan. Why do they keep calling me, asking me, telling me that my loan been approved? Bonbon says hi. What's up, Bonbon? Alright. Here we go. We got a little ground beef sausage links here. Now we gotta cook them. Same pan we cooked the onion and garlic in. We're gonna put that heat back on. Medium high. Now, because of ground beef, and ground beef got a lot of fat in it, a lot of juice in it, we ain't gotta use no oil, no butter. Plus, the pan still got some oil and butter in it anyway. Hey, man, this you making is usually made with potatoes. Do you accidentally making it right? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I love accidentally doing shit right. Alright, while we're waiting for the heat to kick on, we're gonna wash a knife. Because this is a very good knife. Very nice knife. I gotta take care of it. I wonder how many of these I can fit in this pan at one time without crowding the pan. I think I served under you. I think I served with you under the big red one. What was the big red one? Is this like a Santa Claus joke? Or did we actually serve together? Because with me, it's hard to tell sometimes. Because I love a good Christmas joke. But also I did serve. At my psych appointment today, I had to get my blood pressure done. And the nurse apologized to me for something, and I said, "Don't worry about it, dog. I'm prior service. You gotta do some fuck shit to make me all worried about this. Like, I'm used to walking in, getting a vaccine shot or something. I don't know what's going on, and that's about it." And then he went, "Oh shit, what's your MOS?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you was into," and then so it turns out he was a 68 Whiskey combat medic. I was an 88 Mike truck driver, reclassed to a 92 Yankee supply specialist, but it was a good time. Me and him were just like, hey, yeah, we know what the fuck's going on. Good to see you, Bad Butter, miss you. Hello, Stephalia, Army 1st Infantry Division. I was never infantry. So we weren't in the same infantry together, nothing like that, but I delivered the beans and the bullets. I think this pan is ready. Yeah, that pan is ready. How we want to do this? Left hand. We'll just grab one. See how many of these we can fit in here. Oh, is this the perfect fucking amount? Hell yeah! This is the exact perfect amount for this pan. That all fits in there perfectly. We're gonna drop a little bit of oil in here. Not much, but a little bit. Wash the hand now. This coming out alright. Yeah, hey, I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad at this. All right. You're doing amazing, Sweaty. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm gonna use tongs. Ben do be whipping it in the kitchen. Listen. Your boy know how to cook. OMG, not Mom. I don't mean that. You know I don't mean that. Thanks. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Your mom called you sweaty? No, just a friend of mine called me sweaty, and I'm messing with her now because she hates everything that I'm saying in response. Don't block me. You know you like me. I'm fun. I'm fun, damn it. Don't block me. Ah! Ah. Hashtag don't block Ben. Thank you, Flooded Paladin. Save me. Alright. We got some cling film here. Do you watch anime? I do. I love me some Freerun. Right now I'm on Freerun and Sentenced to Be a Hero. But I think I'm gonna start My Hero Vigilantes soon. Shit. Come on, come on, come on. Don't fall apart on me. That's it. That's it. Stay together. Stay together for the kids. Was that The Offspring? Come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's what we like. That's what we like. It's coming together, and they staying together. All right, now, for the mashed potatoes, we gotta do about the same shit we just did with the ground beef. We're gonna crack an egg in there. And we can use some Stay Together for the Kids of Blink-182. It was between Blink-182 and The Offspring. I couldn't remember quite which one was which. Alright, we got a bag of cornstarch here. A new bag. My guy, why are you cooking so late? Are you okay? It's only 8:41 p.m. It's not that late. While the ground beef is cooking, we gotta get our last egg. Drop that in there. These ground beef sausage things are falling apart, but that's fine. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. Egg and cornstarch gonna be our binders in here. Here's a fork to stir it up. We're gonna need some more cornstarch than that. More cornstarch. We gotta rotate our little sausages again. Yeah. Don't you splash in my eye. Don't you splash in my eye, Ricky Bobby. Ah, fuck. I told you not to do that. Ah, fuck. Don't you splash me, Ricky Bobby. Quit splashing me, Ricky Bobby. One more flip. Ow. I know it makes sense, but I don't like that the middle ones be cooking so much faster than the ones on the outside. I want them all to cook at the same speed. Also, I don't like using a fork in my pan. Okay, still a bit too creamy. More cornstarch. If y'all are wondering how much cornstarch am I adding, I am adding enough cornstarch for it to be exactly the right consistency. I am not measuring the cornstarch with nothing but a couple shakes and my eyeballs. I know what consistency I want it to be at, and this ain't it yet. Are you making gumbo? No. Ow. I'm making ground beef croquettes. We're almost there. We still got some more cornstarch to add in here though. Alright. These ground beef things is just about ready. Especially the middle one. The ones in the middle might be a bit too ready. Fuck, ow. Stop. You're hurting me. The ones that was on the outside need to cook a little bit more. So I moved them to the middle to cook a little bit more. Raving Rose Columns. Ben, where are you right now? It's almost 9 for me, but as far as I know, it's almost midnight for you. It's 8:47 p.m. I live in California. We are rapidly approaching the perfect consistency. What is the consistency, you ask? You want it to be almost dough. We are more or less making potato bread. Just a little bit. Whoa! Are you adding cheese to the potatoes? I said I would, and I meant it. Okay, I think these is done. Yeah, they might be a bit overdone, but I'd rather overdone than underdone. Whew, almost lost one. Okay. I'm gonna take that off the heat and finish the potatoes over here. Am I making a mess? Yeah. Am I gonna clean it up later? Yeah. Am I gonna be happy about it later? No. Am I okay with it right now? For the most part, yeah. Almost. Whew. My arm's getting tired. I think that's gonna about do it right there. The closer I get to it being the right consistency, the harder it gets to mix up. And it is draining the strength out of my right arm. Thick ass potatoes. Whoo-wee. Fold in the cheese. Oh man. Whew. I said I didn't work out today, and dinner heard me. Unfortunately, I think I need a little bit more. Oh man. Whew. There we go. There we go. That's what we want right there. Ugh. God bless, man. All right. Whew. What about the cheese? I think we're gonna add the cheese into the breadcrumbs before we fry it. We got cling film down on our countertop. I'm gonna drop the potato dough. Huh. The dough looks sticky. Yes. The dough is definitely sticky. I don't know if this is gonna be the best way to do this, honestly. Let's see. All right, we got our little things right here. This ain't no perfect dough spread or nothing, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna roll that up like that. One more. A little bit. Come on. God, do you know how sad I'm gonna be if this doesn't work out the way that I wanted it to? I don't think we have enough mashed potatoes for all of them, but okay. The idea is there. I don't know if it's like a great idea, but it is there. Let me get my scissors. Cling film on both sides. Before you ask, yes, these are my food scissors. I have junk scissors. These ain't them. Okay. That's fine. We can do three small ones right here. That's about all the mashed potatoes we got. Is we make 2 big ones, 3 small ones. And the small ones got a lot of mashed potato on them. Woo! That's hot. There's no way this works. There's no way this works the way that I intended it to. Should I have put more thought into the preparation and making of this? Maybe. But it's too late now. Gonna bring this pan back up to heat. And then we'll figure it out. There's got to be a better way to do what I'm trying to do. You know what? I'm gonna practice making some regular ass croquettes. And then once I figure out how to make a good croquette consistently, then I can adjust it to do this. From my experience, cooking is mostly vibes, trial and error. Yeah. if part of the intent is to actually teach people, it might help to show the food more often. Regardless, this is an extremely ADHD cooking, so relatable. Yeah, I mean, if I ever get it to be what I want it to be, I'm gonna have more cameras, so there's gonna be more angles, so you can actually like see what the fuck I'm doing most of the time. But this is it for now. All right, the pan is hot enough. We're gonna figure out how to do this. All right. Here we go. First thing we gotta do is find out where the cling film starts and ends. I think I just have to use my hands here. After further consideration, I think the potatoes were not cornstarchy enough. After even further consideration, putting some potatoes in my hand and rolling it the same way that I was doing the meat does seem to have worked decently. So maybe I can apply that to these little three right here. God, I hate how dirty my hands are getting right now. But for dinner, I'll do it. Here's another one. Here's to hoping these stay together while frying. Last one. There's some leftover meatball. You can crochet with beef? No. I'm making croquettes, not crochets. My hands are a friggin' mess. A friggin' mess. A mess! Okay. That ain't bad. Hey, that ain't bad. It really ain't bad. It might be fucking ridiculous. You need that shirt? This was made by Dano Art, D-A-Y-N-O-A-R-T, Dano Art down in San Diego. Follow his page. He's an incredible musician. Sorry, artist, not musician. He's an incredible artist. Oh, my knees! Okay. Now, because we don't have enough mashed potatoes for these, bless you, thank you. We're just gonna try one. We're just gonna eat it. Seems a little dry. It does seem a little dry. It's not. It's made out of ground beef, so there's a lot of juice in there. It's crispy on the outside. That's not bad. They're little logs of ground beef with onion and garlic cooked up and chopped up in there. Gravy would go fucking bananas with this. This would be bananas good with some gravy, Charles. But I cooked it on medium high heat, so the outside got a nice crunch, a nice crisp to it, but the inside is just cooked all the way through without a crunch or a crisp necessarily. Gotta turn the heat down a little bit because the cast iron skillet is damn hot. And we don't want to burn nothing. Senpai noticed me. Capacitive touch stove hood is a flex. Is that what this is? This is the house that I pay rent to live in. It's a new construction. So this just came with it. Did you just dip that into air on the counter? I did. I was gonna dip this into the little bit of mashed potato that's left over, but then I stopped myself because there's raw egg in the mashed potato. And so I just took a bite anyway. But that's good. It could definitely have some more. I don't know of what, but it could have some more. You know, I bet ketchup would just go good with this. Let me get a little ketchup. Maybe a bit more spice. I think so. The taste is good. I think probably more spice to it. In my defense, I was expecting this to be a few more layers than what it is. So the spice of the ground beef of what it is right now, plus how I made the mashed potatoes, probably better. Spicy mayo dip is, oh, that's a good idea. Barbecue, if I had some honey, barbecue honey. But I ain't got any of that. I got ketchup though. Okay, I think I may have burned the oil that was in the cast iron. It is an old cast iron. It has some hot spots. That's on me. But I don't think it's bad. We still got the big one cooking. a sauce, yeah. I think if I'm gonna do these again without the potato casing, these would be good. They definitely need a sauce though. Dude, you've been cooking for hours. I've been cooking for like an hour, hour and a half. Oof. Yeah, I definitely burned a little bit of that oil. But it still looks like it came out fine. I'm gonna try dipping one of these just in some ketchup. Oh yeah. I mean, that's just like with the ketchup, that's like a little meatloaf bite, but with some good texture, with a crunch to it for sure. Oh yeah. What have I done with that poor stovetop? I poured a lot of cornstarch into a pot and I haven't cleaned it up yet. Thanks for the follow, Chuck Paul. Chuck Paul 1. Okay. I'm gonna tilt you guys down so you can see. This is the finished version. This has been wrapped in potato and then fried in the cast iron in butter and oil. Now, I'm gonna eat these with my fingers, but I do need to like open it for the camera. What all spices went into this? Well, salt, pepper, and then we cooked up some onion and garlic. So we didn't use any onion or garlic powder, but we had the onion and the garlic in there. Italian seasonings, paprika. Did I put red pepper flakes in here? If I didn't put red pepper flakes in here, I should have. I'll probably do red pepper flakes in here next time. I also threw in some cumin and some turmeric. Turmeric? And then potatoes, I made just normal mashed potatoes. I had a different plan when I started making this, and it was going to be a few different layers of things. There was going to be some cheese and some breadcrumbs for the crunch, but then things started to fall apart, This is not, I was not following a recipe. I just thought of an idea for a thing, and it almost came out perfectly. Are you sharing with chat? Sarah, if you want some, you can have some. All right, here's the bite to see if the fried potato casing came out good. Y'all. That's so good. Guys. Guys. Chat. Oh, that's so good. Fuck. I didn't write down anything. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to dip it. We're going to dip it into the ketchup. I mean, this only makes it better, right? There's only is it. Oh my god. Get this man some katsu sauce. Yeah, I'm like, I have to enjoy this, but immediately my brain was like, ooh, what are some other sauces I could make? What's a better sauce I could make for this? Because ketchup, genuinely, that was a whole new level just on ketchup. Some A1, probably good as hell with this. I'm thinking some barbecue. Some honey barb. Yeah. I know someone recommended put this in the air fryer, and I'm probably gonna go with the air fryer next time for sure. Oh, sweet and sour. Ooh. Listen, I'll add some cayenne pepper to mine and try the air fryer for the potatoes out of here. Yeah, ooh, cayenne be good as hell in this. See, it was the first time making it. I didn't want to go over the top with like spice. Because I honestly, one, I was planning on a different outcome a little bit. But two, I didn't want to take away from like the experimentation of it by having like a red pepper flake hit my uvula after the first bite. I gotta figure out how to do the mashed potato thing better. Because damn, this is good as hell. Oh. Fuck, good job, me. I'm too lazy to make deviled eggs, so I turn all of the non-egg ingredients into a dipping sauce. That's just smart. That's what that is. Queer cripple, yeah, sorry my name is not great to say on stream. I personally don't mind, but I can't imagine you just want to be called queer cripple. If you want to be just called that, go for it. People have been calling me funny man my whole life, so. Oh my god, dude, that's so fucking good. Dude, potatoes are unfucking beaten. Potatoes are so good. Like, big shout out to the Irish for doing that. God bless. Are those meatballs basically? Today I did the waffle iron potatoes by making mashed potatoes and putting it in there. I added cayenne pepper and garlic powder though. Ooh. I don't have a waffle maker. But you know damn well I'd be making that shit always if I did. Charles, would it be describable as such? If this croquette was a person, I'd get naked and make love to it. No, probably not that, but... Oh. Oh, I found the spice. Just a pocket of fucking paprika and a red pepper flake just double teamed my uvula. It's not that it was hot. It was that it was dry and it was just sticking there. Every second that spice sits dry on your uvula, it just gets hotter and hotter. But anyway, ground beef croquettes. The recipe was imperfect, but came out delicious. So we're gonna fucking we gotta figure out how to make it perfect, because just throwing shit at a wall, this came out so goddamn good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go live again later tonight in maybe like 30 to 45 minutes or so, however long it takes me to eat and clean up the kitchen. I'm gonna pop back on a little bit later, and we're gonna do some Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. I'm very good at Elden Ring, so we got to do some challenge runs to make it more fun and exciting for me. The idea that I had right now is we're gonna build a ranger. So I gotta find all the beast summons and some bows and arrows, and we're gonna build a ranger in Elden Ring and beat the game like that. With that being said, though, we are going. If you're watching on Twitch, we're gonna raid somebody. If you are watching anywhere else, you can't raid anybody. So I'm going to say goodbye on TikTok. Thank you guys for hopping in. If you did watch on TikTok, appreciate you being here. If you want to follow along and get more involved in chat and stuff, make sure you follow me on YouTube or Twitch for the better part of the streams. But either way, thank you, TikTok. Good night, TikTok. Okay. For those of you on YouTube, you can say goodbye now. I'll be ending the stream here in a second. If you are on Twitch, though, we're gonna raid somebody. We have Trey, Doodle, and Chelsea are online right now. Oh, Chelsea is doing community night. She is playing Uno with the community. We're gonna raid into Chelsea. Chelsea is a delight. She's a good friend of mine. She's a very lovely person. One of the nicest people I know. Very kind, very genuine, and she is playing community games right now. So if you want to hop in, join her community. She's a very lovely person. And a joy to be around right now. Yeah. Oh, Stream is still here. Yeah, Stream knows Chelsea's fantastic. She's playing some Uno with the community, so let's gonna hop in this raid right now. We're gonna raid into Chelsea. Y'all make sure you stick around, see if you can beat her in a hand of Uno. But again, I'll be popping back on live in like 30 to 45 minutes for some Elden Ring. So thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you again later tonight. Bye.